Your I help statement is keeping you invisible to the clients that are ready to pay you today. And I know that every business coach is telling you this is where you need to start. You need to nail this first. And I promise if you are a spiritual or neurospicy coach or healer, we're doing it the opposite. So by the end of this video, you're going to know how to craft a buyer facing one-liner that tells your people why the hell they should actually care and makes your offer the clear only logical next step on your person's journey so that they can stop scrolling on you and start sending you messages saying stuff like, I just paid, I'm so excited to work with you. And it gets to be so freaking cool. I'm Astrid, founder of the Feral Bitch Business School, and I work with other fringe dwelling coaches and healers to create daily sales with your soul work because I believe you should be paid to exist and your genius should not be invisible on the internet. You should not be the best kept secret on the internet. Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Now, watch how these two lines land so differently. I could say I help new paradigm coaches and healers tap into their divine authority, uncover their unique blueprint, create offers from their genius, and make 10K months without selling out their soul. And I have said something like that. But do you see how clunky that is? It takes a lot of wading through a lot of spiritual jargon to get to the payoff of 10K months without selling out your soul. On the other hand, I could say, learn how to make daily sales with your soul work. And there's plenty of implications there. I don't need to say as many words. You still know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're probably even like, how do I do that? Right? I want to know if you can spot the difference. So take a second, tell me in the comments, do you know the difference between these two? 3, 2, 1. The first one is about me. It's about what I do. The second one is about her. It's about what she cares about. I talked about this a little bit too in the last video, so I'll link it in the description if you haven't seen it yet. I'm going to go into this a lot deeper in just a couple of minutes to show you exactly how to change this. I don't want you to get into your head with what I'm about to show you, so just like take a little breather and get into your body here a little bit. But what I do want is to reveal one of the subtle reasons why your dream clients are out here paying someone with a fraction of your gift 3 times, 5 times, 10 times more and overlooking you, which is tragic. I can see this in your I help statement. And understand that first, there's nothing wrong with helping. We're born helpers. We're conditioned to be helpers, but we also want to see people thrive. You figured out something that you know would increase people's quality of life. You know that whenever your clients get in front of you, their lives change forever. So we're going to take a little detour and I'm going to connect some dots for you. We're going to end up back here. So stay with me for a few minutes because I'm going to go into the energetics first. And this is going to blow your freaking mind. Messaging is the most intense initiation that you will ever go through. Turning your genius into words that sell is intense because it forces you to see all of the ways that you still think you have to prove yourself or convince people that you're different instead of demonstrating it in your words and the way that you move in your life and business. And these two things are intrinsically linked. When I look at someone's messaging, I can tell exactly what they think about themselves, what they think about their people. I can tell what their inner work needs to be right now and what their dominant state of consciousness is, which is either getting them paid or getting them ignored. And you hear that and you automatically think I'm talking about energy, right? Like the vibe that you're giving off, which is true. But also think about this. If you're in a state of proving and convincing, the language that you use in your content and your sales processes are going to be like trying to prove how good you are. If you're in a state of conviction, on the other hand, you're going to be saying wildly different things. Both of these are part of what I call your invisible message, which is exactly what it sounds like. No one can see it, but we can feel it. We can feel the conversations that you're having with yourself. We can read between the lines. It comes out in what you say and what you don't say. That's the invisible message. But here's the really cool thing is that as spiritual people, usually we would start from the inside out. Like we would shift the self-concept and the state and the identity, and then know that the words themselves will shift too. Naturally, which yes, we absolutely want that. But we can also use your physical message, the one that you're speaking into the world, as a catalyst to shift this state and this identity too, which in turn will change the invisible message along with it because that's what powerful messaging does inside of you. It's a feedback loop of power. And that is why I love messaging so much. To do that, we have to get you using the language that your people actually care about and want to pay for, so that you can start getting that reflection of how brilliant you are showing up in your bank account. And this can start shifting right here, right now with the I help statement, which is why I chose it. That's dot one. Dot two, the I help statement in itself is encoded with something that I call the fixer frequency. It is a state of consciousness, fixer consciousness. It's this Bob the Builder energy. It's all this, let me help you, let me fix it. Like, it's sending this really subtle signal that something's broken, that you're doing it wrong and you need my help. Yes, it's subtle, it's acceptable, it's almost expected, which is exactly what makes it so freaking insidious for heart-centered baddies on a mission. This works for regular people. That's why they teach it, and it's a great starting point. But for you, it will keep you looping in a fixer frequency where you know you're good, your content's good, your work is good, but your business isn't quite reflecting that back to you the way that you know it should be. So I want to give you a reframe here, okay? People don't pay 4 and 5 figures for something that was good. They pay when they see themselves in what you're saying, when they see themselves in the end result, whenever they feel like this is exactly what I've been looking for. And when we, aka hyperconscious coaches and healers, try to tap into things like the I help statement in traditional business courses, it makes you turn in on yourself. It puts the spotlight on you, how I can help you, how I can fix you, how I can save you. And the main reason I wanted to show you this is because when you're in a fixer frequency, you can't actually access the words that make your person go like, holy shit, who is that? How can I work with you? It's just not available in this state because you're so concerned with how you sound, if you make sense, and because of how you see other people when you're in this state. And so the line that I'm going to teach you is encoded with a catalyst frequency, which is also a consciousness. And think about what a catalyst is. It's an activator. It's not pushing, it's not convincing, performing, like trying to get it right. A catalyst is going to alter reality just by existing. It activates the things that are dormant. It wakes people up. A catalyst is a force that can trigger an entire transformation without being changed itself. And this is exactly what you are. There's no way in hell that you would still be watching this video if you're not here for this level of impact. You are here to upgrade the consciousness of humanity. You're here to bring in a new paradigm of consciousness, and you know it. You're meant to touch people in ways that wouldn't be available to them if you specifically were not unleashing your soul work. So the dots should be connecting. And look, the I help statement in itself is not bad or wrong. It's just where it makes you specifically go. It makes you go into proving, into convincing. It makes you go into, holy shit, how am I supposed to take everything that I am and do with my people and shove it into one sentence that sells? This is where people get trapped, and it's where you become invisible. So it doesn't matter if it's coming through your I help statement or your methodology or whatever it is, if it's about you and what you do, and it's going to keep you unconsciously fighting for validity. And that is going to keep you attracting clients that don't have the actual capacity to receive your full genius. So they don't really show up in full, they don't really do the work, they don't really get that great of results. And so you then turn in on yourself thinking, maybe I'm just not that good. When the truth is that when the right person is in front of you, shit happens fast. And you're sitting there like, I'm a genius. Oh my God. Like, I'm a fucking genius. So obviously we want to attract more of those kind of people. But the issue is right now, those people don't know you're talking to them. And so they're few and far between. It's unpredictable. And it leaves you wondering where your next client is coming from every single day. All because no one ever taught you how to communicate your genius in a way that makes somebody feel chosen enough to pay you. And so naturally you're asking, yeah, but how do I attract those people? How do I attract more of those people? Of course, there's so much more that goes into this besides just shifting your I help statement. So a little side note before I show you what to do instead, I have a 5-part deep dive breakdown of all of these parts inside of the $22 a month Inner Circle membership. If you want to come and go deeper with this, you'll get a chance to ask questions, to get my eyes on your work, and even shape what we're talking about here on YouTube, because I make all of my content for my clients. Thank you very much. So if that is something that you're interested in, check the description after this video and come and join us. I would love to meet you there. So what do we replace your I help statement with to make you visible to the people who actually want to pay you today? Number one, I want you to shift from telling me what you do to showing me what changes in my life because of working with you. And not directly, okay? When you work with me, you're gonna experience this, okay? It's a lot more subtle than that. But the problem I see here a lot is I can help so many people with so many things, and I don't want to exclude anyone, or I don't want to promise something that I can't guarantee. And I want you to notice how these questions themselves are fixer coded. When you're saying this to yourself, you're thinking that you are the reason that people are getting the results instead of trusting your clients who get the results for themselves. Do you see that? When you speak to what your highest level client actually wants, they buy because they believe in themselves enough, they trust themselves enough to get there and create that with your support. You're not creating it for them, you're catalyzing the transformation in their life. And so what do you need to claim in yourself today to get us telling a new story inside of ourselves about what's possible? Because that's what great content is really all about. It's the story that you make other people tell themselves. Number two is to think about what your favorite client actually wanted whenever y'all were working together, or if y'all are still working together. Think about that, and then also think about what's under that. And just for fun, so that I know that you made it this far, tell me in the comments, what do you think your people come to you for? And what's under that? What do they really want? Maybe they wanted their partner to stop ignoring them, to stop treating them like a freaking roommate, and start worshiping the ground that they walk on. What is under that? Obviously, they want to feel important to their life partner, but under that, they want to feel good enough. They want to feel chosen. Why? Because that's what they think is going to make them happy and whole, and that's when they're going to believe that they're good enough. And then they come and work with you, and then they had to realize that no other person could give that to them, that they were playing out patterns involuntarily because of their blueprint. And then you needed to shift that blueprint with them. So you did very specific work with them. Inner child work, nervous system regulation, healing their self-worth. And one day they came back to you saying, oh my God, girl, you're not going to believe what John did last night. I came home from work. This man is cooking dinner. He invented a new holiday for us. And then after dinner, he said, your dessert. He took me to the room and ravished every inch of my body. What the hell did you do to me? Do you have something like this? It doesn't have to be that extreme, because I want you to see what happens when we shift the focus onto what they want. We're able to create better content that helps them feel like they're already in that transformation before they ever even pay you, because we're actually thinking about them and where they are and what they're experiencing. So think about what your favorite clients want and what you actually do with them that creates that experience for them, so that you can then build the bridge between what you love to do and what they actually want to pay for. This will create such a deep sense of conviction for you. Number three, take that and test it. Turn it into a statement about them and what they want. Just like my example from earlier at the start of this video, I help new paradigm healers tap into their divine authority, unlock their unique blueprint, blah, 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 right? It doesn't mean anything. I mean, it did to me. It made all the sense in the world to me. But no one is going to sleep at night saying, damn, I really want to tap into my divine authority. I really want to unlock my genius blueprints. No, they're going to bed saying, I really need a client tomorrow. I'm so fucking overwhelmed. What am I going to do? Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. And then they're also spending all day wondering what to post to make a sale today, because they really want to make a sale today. And they don't realize that their invisible message is 10 times louder than the one they're speaking to the world. So that's what I speak to. And then it becomes something like, hey, you're gifted as hell, but right now your income isn't matching how powerful your work actually is. This is where I'm going to show you how to make daily sales with your soul work, so that you can stop wondering where your next client is coming from and let your ecosystem do the heavy lifting for you. Do you see how I'm able to get you to see yourself in a new story? A new possibility has opened up. Do you see how it's so clear that I'm actually speaking to her, where she's at, what she actually wants? I'm not trying to be impressive and talk about the divine authority in the genius blueprint because it's not about me. I'm answering the question that she isn't even consciously asking yet because she probably doesn't even know that daily sales are a possibility for her or an option for her. She thinks that she has to post every day, and her whole business is riding on what she does post next. I get to solve that in one sentence. And yes, it's just a very long sentence. It's probably a run-on sentence, but I could make it shorter depending on what offer I'm selling at any given time. Step 3 is where most coaches start to dip back into the fixer frequency, where you start talking about your methods, your tools, your blueprints, your magic. And I want you to remember the client we just talked about. Hypothetically, she didn't hire you because she wanted inner child healing or nervous system work or to heal her self-worth. It's not likely. It does happen, but it's not likely, and therefore it's not predictable. She hired you because she wanted her partner to look at her like she's the only woman in the room again. She wanted to feel chosen and significant. That's what you build your message around, not the processes or the modality. It's the thing that she's secretly longing for. So instead of, I help women with their attachment wounds so they can communicate better with their partner, a catalyst line might sound more like, I work with women who are tired of feeling like the roommate in their relationship and want to be pursued again. Do you see how fast that lands? How specific it is, how instantly she will see herself, and every other woman like that going through that exact situation is going to see herself in that. And do you see how you're not promising the result for her? You're naming the transformation that she's ready to create with you, because you don't fix her marriage. You catalyze her rising into the version of herself who naturally receives that level of devotion. And that is what your line needs to reflect, so that you can collapse all of that noise in her brain and have her go like, oh, she's talking to me. This is my challenge to you. Turn your traditional I help statement from fixer into catalyst. Make it about them, not about you. Make it about what they want, and then back yourself on it. Back yourself on the knowing that your genius is literally built for this, that you now get to attract the clients that actually do the work and get the results because you're talking to them now. So now you've got the frame, and I bet you're ready to turn it into sales. I'm going to show you the stupid, simple method that I use to create easy yes content anytime I want to enroll a new client. And this content is like catnip to your dream clients. And I'm going to show you exactly why it works so well. So make sure that you watch this next.